All right, what is going on, everybody? Today, we are very happy to share this video seminar with you guys. And the special guest that we had in the house here in Ames, Iowa, was Johnny Hollywood Case, Mr. Case. And just a little bit of a background on Johnny, for those of you who might not know much about him. Johnny Case, he's a MMA fighter that is from Jefferson, Iowa. Johnny's a Iowa native, and I think that's one of the things that is so cool and special about Johnny, especially for those of us that are in the martial arts community here in Iowa, is that Johnny made it to the biggest stages in the world. And he came right here from a small town in Iowa. So, for us as martial artists here training locally in Iowa, it's very inspiring to see somebody like Johnny just make it out there to the big leagues and fight in front of the world on some of the biggest stages out there. It's very inspiring for us, competitors out here who are grinding and we're trying to compete, we're trying to get better. And I think it's a big push of motivation because, it shows that somebody, right here in Iowa, in the middle of the Midwest, nobody even knows where we are. We can make it out of here and we can get to the big stage, if we're willing to put in the hard work, the dedication. And, I think we have all the right tools around here to make some noise. So Johnny, thank you so much for coming out to the gym today here in Ames to show us some of your knowledge and some of your favorite techniques. Johnny has fought in the UFC, the PFL. He currently is fighting in Rizin Federation, the promotion out of Japan. So, hop on YouTube, Fight Pass, check out some of Johnny's fights. I think a lot of the times Johnny doesn't get the credit that he truly deserves for how good he is. I mean, everybody knows, Johnny is an amazing fighter. When I think of like the best MMA fighters to ever come out of Iowa, Johnny is right up there at the top of that list. A professional MMA record, I think it's 28-8 as a pro. And this is an insane record, guys. That is very experienced. That's a great record for a professional MMA fighter. And in my opinion, I don't think Johnny gets as much credit as he deserves. I think he is a world-class, top-level fighter. And not only that, but Johnny's one of the most friendly, humble, willing to help out new people. And from the first day I met Johnny, he was very willing to help me out. He would go out of his way to show me different techniques. He was very friendly and inviting. And sometimes you never know what you're going to get with MMA guys, but I can tell you that Johnny, he's a really good dude, great fighter. And if you ever get the chance to train with him or learn from him, I would highly recommend it. He's been helping me out a lot in the last year or two. And yeah, like I said, thank you so much, Johnny, for coming out to the gym to share some of your knowledge with us. Also, Johnny's cousin, Alex Coover, thank you guys for coming down, making the trip down. We appreciate you guys. And, I hope you guys can learn a lot from watching this seminar. Johnny is so cool. He told me to just put this footage out here on YouTube for free. Didn't want to charge for it or anything. He's completely okay with us just releasing this footage for free on YouTube. So take advantage of it, guys. Let us know what you think about it. If you have any questions, comments, concerns. Thank you again, Johnny. And let's get into it, guys. Let's check out this Johnny Hollywood seminar.
It's like any fucking house, okay? If there's a break in the foundation, if the foundation's weak, the whole house topples over, right? It's like, I don't care how hard you hit. You can hit like Francis Ngannou, right? And if we're not structured and we're not planted, it's like shooting a cannon out of a canoe, right? You're gonna boom, but then it's going nowhere, right? So I have to create that nice, strong, kinetic chain, okay? So when I start my stance, okay, well, a good thing to kind of start me off with it is I'll stand whatever I am. If I'm orthodox, I'll stand with my lead foot right in the middle, okay? My left foot being my lead, all right? Stand about shoulder width apart, nice and easy. Now to find my stance, I'm going to keep my front foot right where it's at. My back foot's going to go to this quarter asterisk, somewhere in this area here, right? It's almost like I'm not surfing, and I'm not standing square, okay? And another thing I'm creating here, I'm not standing here, but also see how my chest and everything's straight here, right? This is wrong. This will get your ass kicked, okay? So I need to make sure that not only my feet are planted, okay, my feet are structured, but also my feet should be the furthest thing out. The balls of my feet should be like my tripod, right? And then the tripod comes up, and then my knees are just inside of those balls of the feet, okay? And my hips are just inside of those knees, okay? My shoulders are stacked with my hips, and my head is between my shoulders. And if at any time, say my knee gets out of position, now I'm out of position. Not only am I stuck here, but punches here are weak, right? Punches are weak, and now I'm stuck here because my weight's over the base, right? It's like having like a tripod, and then the weight getting toppled over, and now that tripod's shit, right? So my structure has to be here, okay? Base. And if at any time, any of these things get out of whack, right? Say like my shoulders are over my leg, right? You see guys fight like this, and this is okay to do when you know what the fuck's going on and you're aware, but you see a lot of guys like this, like especially in MMA, right? They're really heavy on their lead leg, they're real square, and there's no striking from here, right? Striking, I gotta be nice, neutral spine, and ready to turn whichever way I need to be, okay? So, for the first part of this seminar, okay, we're gonna work on our stance and finding that balance. What we're gonna do is just find our stance, okay? By the way, in MMA, you gotta learn how to fight both ways too. We're fighting MMA just because everything changes. So, for today, let's work on one, okay? So, motion, I'm just switching my head pressure from my back leg, power on, to my lead leg, power on. And I'm not getting overextended with my head, right? See this? You guys? I'm not here, right? I'm here. I'm transferring weight here, transferring weight here. Just for now. I'm not gonna add any turns. I'm just gonna go heavy, 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 heavy. And it's the same when I add my steps. Right? Just add this motion here. Find this base right now. And it shouldn't be like, oh, my leg's getting tired. Or like, oh my God. No, it should be nice and easy, just like you're standing here talking to me right now. You should find that base, that comfort level. And check yourself, assess yourself with your feet first. Luxury of being long. Meaning like, we don't even have to fight. We can go punch, back step. Punch, punch, side step. We never have to come forward with pressure, right? It's like, well, come here, bitch. You dumb fuck. Just let him run into shit. Right? Right? But, say like we fight a wrestler. We're fighting a guy who's got really good hands. I know I'm gonna have to exchange something. And if he does come forward, I'm gonna have to hit him something hard enough where he's gonna respect me and he knows he can't just come forward. But if I'm like this, like this, like this, and a guy knows, and the guy's aware of what's going on, he's like, okay, really the only powerful things I have to worry about are like knees up the middle, big hooks, whatever. But other than that, like, attack me on the quadrant. If I'm tall here, a guy should always attack me at my quadrants here, right? At my asterisks here. Because right here, I'm so vulnerable, right? Where if I'm here, and a guy gets it, fine. Then I can boom, boom, like I'm a little more base and structure, a little more wider, whatever, right? So, it's good. That's a good question to ask, yeah. But, for MMA guys, I want you guys to play with that shit too. So that's why we're finding this stance right now. Before we do any footwork, before we do any combinations, anything like that, I have to find that balanced footwork, okay? And for now, I don't want you to be like tall, like kickboxer. I don't want you to be like down, like super wrestler. Just find that nice, happy in between for now, okay? And it's where if I take a tiny step, I can still punch. Boom. And it takes a tiny step to get back, right? I don't want to be here where I'm like, big step, right? Just like here, tiny babies. Right? So, you guys can use the asterisks if you'd like. If you guys need, if you're feeling a little off with like, it is like, it's like gunfighting. It's the same as gunfighting, right? Sometimes you'll throw cover fire, you'll flank him, oh, he's going right there, yeah, boom, right? Think about like this, right? Our stance is our foundation for our machine gun, our punches, our strikes, our kicks, our knees, right? So I want you to find that base where you're comfortable, everything's making sense, you're not overextending, and just find that base and feel nice, yeah? Has everybody got that? Cool. What's that? Famous, Michelangelo, who did it? It's like, shows like the body and all the ranges of motion. Okay, so essentially that's what we're gonna do. Standing right here where my base is at, I'm turning my torso, and like think like there's a hole in the wall here, and I'm trying to reach something at the end of that's in the wall and I can't quite get it. How would you get that? Turn, right? You open that hip, open that shoulder, boom. Now, also with the base, boxing, a lot of things they teach you to like squish the bug, turn it over, okay? Not necessarily needed, and also it's not as powerful as just being based. Based, wah, right? Using the shoulder and the hip. The shoulder and the hip is really all you need, right? You don't necessarily need to turn, but if that's how you throw a punch, by all means, feel free. The key is here, guys, is I'm getting long and I'm getting straight, right? So I don't want to punch here, right? I want to, boom, right? As long as my wingspan can get. Boom. Right there, right? Good. So chest forward, the head forward, arms forward. And all I'm doing to really get that punch going forward, I'm turning my hips and I'm reaching my shoulder. Right? Boom. Boom. Nice and easy, right? So that's opening your body off of the weak side, okay? I'm creating this angle, right? Boom, 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 boom. Now let's go the other way. Make sure, guys, also, when we're doing this, I'm not head over the back leg, I'm not head over this way, I'm not whatever. Make sure my head is balanced here, and as I throw the punch, I'm nice and tight, yeah? Your chest should be facing the opposite way. Your head still needs to be forward, and your principal should still align. Your toe should be out furthest, your knee out further than that, your hip inside of your knee, your shoulder stacked with your hip, and your head between your shoulders, right? Yeah.
Do you need to turn your foot?
You don't, really. So you're kind of sacrificing the two, right? So that's a good question. Good. So that's first. So we're opening up the body, right? You need to turn the hip, turn the shoulder, not necessarily rotate on the foot, or you can turn that foot over that way too, okay? Now let's go the other way. So, we got the opening up. That's the easiest one. It's easy to open up, throw this punch, right? Easy to do that. The body just naturally does it, okay? Now, let's do the cross. So the cross is the same thing. Now, MMA, everybody does this, right? They throw the right hand, and they transfer their weight to the lead leg, right? Which is not necessarily a bad thing once we're aware of it and we know what we're doing, because I can use that to shift with, right? But if we're throwing the right hand, whether it be a cross or a straight right hand, which I'll go over this in a little bit, I need to keep my fucking head back, right? I need to keep my head back. So head's got to be, or feet are out, knees are in, hips are there, shoulders are stacked with the hips, head between. So when I throw my cross, again, I'm like the Da Vinci, right? Only I'm going the other way. So it's like, now I'm using my right hand. I'm trying to grab something through a hole in the wall. It's just out of reach. How do I get it? Turn, right? I'm not reaching in, compromising my base. I'm literally here. I'm like, oh, it's out of reach. Oh, turn, right? Think about the Da Vinci. And again, when I do this, guys, my base is just as sturdy here as it is here, right? Nice and balanced. Nice and balanced, right? You should be able to hold this for days, right? I want to avoid, but MMA, dude, I see it all the time. It's just natural. Guys come here. Which is good, it throws a big hard punch, but now I'm stuck. I'm stuck in the fucking mud, right? So the counter's gonna be there. Also, it's just improper technique, right? So let's not get this habit of going over our base. So when we throw our...
Can I open you up like a knee too?
Everything, yeah. But I shouldn't say that's not a bad thing to do, because I do that to set shit up. There's what's called shifting. When I said you need to learn how to fight both orthodox and southpaw, shifting is, I do that. It's basically from a load. So if I say I'm going to shift, I get heavy on the lead leg. So basically I'll throw like my feet like here, like be like super sprinter, and then now that's my drive leg, right? So there's purposes for what we're doing, but like I said, fundamental core root here, base, right where we're at, the same as I go this way, is the same as I go that way, right? And I want to avoid this shit. Like this is what I see too. People like they'll stay balanced with their head, but they'll only punch to here. It's like that's weaker than a jab actually. My hip is literally going here. That's it. Just that punch. No, turn that shit. Bam. I should be facing the other wall, nice and balanced. Again, feet are out, knees are inside the feet, hips are over the knees, shoulders over the hips, head between hips and shoulders, right? Got it? So just nice and easy. Guys, I want you to find that balance, okay? So we go here. Boom. Nice and balanced. And you'll know because you can hold here all day. It's the same as standing here right like this, right? I'm not fatigued. The muscles aren't getting gassed. Nice and easy. Right? Okay. So those are concepts, right? When I throw anything from my left, right? To throw correctly, I need to open up, right? Da Vinci fucking code, right? Boom. Right? This isn't anything. If I'm throwing the punch, boom. The right hand, same thing. Open up Da Vinci code, right? Get that thoracic spine, okay? So, first and foremost, now we're gonna add our quarter spins, okay? And this is how pretty much most of the boxers fight on the addition side, okay? We're a little more stepped up, that's why we fight on the asterisk, okay? But most guys are only gonna fight on the addition side, okay? Quadrants, okay? So it's like, now if I'm here, I can ambush you technically. I wanna go to this quadrant, and I can ambush you there. That's my best way, right? Essentially, okay? So let's start this motion. All we're gonna do is add our quarter turns, okay? So this quadrant is the one I'm basically taking up right now. Now I'm gonna switch my quadrant to here, okay? So all I'm gonna do, front foot stays planted, the back foot I'm gonna rotate, and I should end up this foot on the other side of the asterisk side. Boom, right? Now I'm fighting here, now my quadrant's here, right? Do it again. You should be able to hit these and be nice and balanced and not be compromised when you land, okay? So another thing too, guys, this is very, 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 very attention to detail. But a lot of guys have the tendency, they'll shift their weight to their lead leg to make their back leg light and rotate. Now I know it makes the rotation easier, but what is the foundation fundamental rule? I'm over my base, right? So when I'm doing these quarter turns, everything applies. Feet out, knees in, hips, that lot. When I go to hit my quarter turn, boom, I'm balanced. So as soon as my foot hits the ground, think about it like bumper cars. It's like as soon as that electromagnetic fucking charge hits, I'm power on, right? So if I turn, I need to fire, boom, boom, I can. As opposed to like this, if I'm here, I'm like, oh shit, he hit me, ah shit, now I'm not even, right? Because I'm compromised, right? If I'm base is here and I go to turn, fuck, dude, I'm out of position, I'm fucked, right? So I'm here, balanced, boom, 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 right? Nice and easy on the quarter turn, good. Nice, Happy, that's good. Good.
So when you pivot, which part of your body drags into the pivot, the shoulder or the leg or the hips?
What'd you say?
Which part of the body drags the pivot? The shoulder,
Drags.
Yeah, to create the pivot.
Oh, good. So, yeah, that brings it in. So now that we're here, I'm just gonna fucking go over this right now because this is the key from fighting on the asterisk as well. Okay, come here, Alex. So, have you guys ever heard, like, I'm sure you've heard, like, oh, throw the cross or throw the straight right hand. Do you guys know the difference between those?
No, this is a good question because I just learned this.
This was going to be the next thing, but I'm glad you brought it up now, so we'll talk about it now. So go ahead and stand in front of me, Alex. So what I'm using, so back up, in together. So when I go to line up my target, and shit's lined up, I'm using my lead shoulder, my lead hand, because again, my shoulder and my hip should be in line, right? My hip and my fucking knee should be in line, my foot should be in line, okay? So, the difference between a cross and a straight right hand is just this, okay? The cross is, my lead hand should dissect out. So go ahead and scoot over for me a little bit. Like, not, this is a pissing contest. My shoulder lined up with his shoulder, right? This is kind of a pissing contest. Because really all we gotta do to avoid each other, go that way. Right? That's the safest way out. If I go to attack Alex and we're shoulder to shoulder, he's just gonna go that way. And then in fact, he's gonna counter me, right? So, I'm lining him up dead center, like it's a bullet, right? I don't wanna hit at a target that's gonna glance. I wanna get that fucker dead center, right center mass, okay? So my lead shoulder, my hip, is gonna cut him in half. Dissect him here. And that's my lead, right? That's what I'm going off of, okay? Now we'll just get into this with the cross and the straight right hand. So the reason why they call it a cross, it's because it's the right hand that's lined up when I'm lined up with my lead, right? I'm cutting him down with my lead. That's why when I throw the cross, it comes across. Make sense? My lead shoulder's lined up, my back shoulder's not lined up, but I'm creating the trajectory with my back shoulder coming across, like it's a diamond, right? So I'm here, like a triangle, right? That's what I'm creating. Here, boom, right? That's my cross, okay? Now, also the straight right hand. So what's the difference between the cross and the straight right hand? Well, the straight right hand, now instead of my lead shoulder being lined up, my back shoulder's lined up, right? So now it's you guessed it, straight right hand, right? Straight down the pipe, right? They're thrown differently, right? This one, boom. I'm coming here, my head more or less goes this direction. Boom. When I throw the straight right hand, I kind of stay where I'm at and I get long. Ooh, here, right? Boom. Nice and long. Boom. Alright? Now, I'm going to add another little extra razzle dazzle, which is called the Mayweather, or the Medina, okay? So, that's essentially the same concept as this, right? Only now we're with our right hand. So now my right hand leads the way, right? I'm still in my orthodox stance, okay? Everything's balanced here. But now, it's like I'm jabbing, I'm like, my shoulders are southpaw, my footwork's orthodox, right? So now this is gonna be this trajectory. So this way I'm fighting on this diamond, this triangle right here, right? Boom. This way, I'm fighting on this triangle, right? I know that's a lot. That's a lot to put in your mind, this concept, okay? But, layman's terms, everything starts with me dissecting him from my lead. Now this is going to be very hard, this is a very interesting thing to be aware of when you're sparring, okay? Because most of the time it's like, oh, you're moving around, boom, boom. You never really get lined up, right? You're like, oh, I think I'm good, I go. But really you're like, oh shit, I wasn't really lined up. So knowing where your fucking base is, knowing where your shoulder is, knowing where your attack line is key, right? And if say I'm here and dude's getting really good at boom, okay, how do I line this up? I can't line it up. Boom, line me up, bitch, right? Okay, so that's a great question. Does that make sense, guys? Does that make sense? So line them up with your lead, boom, cut them in half, right? That's gonna be our first. This is our first attack, all right? This is safest for me because I can attack, but I also have a nice entryway here, right? If I start coming over here, now I'm kind of in the fire a bit, okay? Because, yeah, my right hand's lined up too, as well, but his is as well. And this way is back. So if I try to go back this way, well, he's got hooks, he's got kicks, and shit like that. So you gotta be careful when you're fucking lining up the right hand, okay? So for now, we're just here, nice and easy. Add those quarter turns, boom, so on and so forth, boom, boom, and then go back the other way too, right? So now the same way, we're gonna go back this way, boom, 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 right? Nice and basic. Get the balance of it. Good, good, good. The last two things that are gonna kind of make everything complete with our, I call this base. This is your base striking level, right? I don't care if you can punch going forward or not, going backwards or not. If you cannot punch standing right where you're at and able to have these turns, then you're not going to do really well, okay? So now we're in the fire. We're in the fucking, what's called the, the pocket exchanging. So now I can't just throw punches and be like, oh, I'm in here, right? I need a little bit of defense, whether I have footwork or not. So the first one's just going to be a slip, right? Very simple. Say I throw my jab, whatever, I'm opening up here. And before the punch comes back, like say I'm lined up well, come here, Alex. Now, another point of contact here, I should say. It's all about my angles. Say I'm over here, I'm like lined up here and I throw the punch here, and he goes to throw the cross. Do you think it's a good idea to slip? If I'm throwing here and I turn and I go to slip this cross? Yep. No. Why? Well, because geometry tells me he's got the outside fucking line on that, right? So if I'm throwing the punch and I'm like, oh, he's gonna throw the right hand and I go to slip it, it doesn't really matter, right? Because my geometry is not good. And my geography. So, the slip is when I'm more or less either nose to nose with them, or even more so, I'm lined up with my back leg, right? So say I throw a punch and we get squared up, I'm like, boom, okay, now he goes across, slip, okay? Nice and easy. And all I'm doing to throw the slip is the same motion I do to throw the cross, right? It's very subtle. My head doesn't stay here on a cross. Why? Because I'm rotating. See how my head naturally trails off this way? Boom. So that's essentially what you're doing with the slip, right? So I'm going to throw my punch, he throws his cross, boom, I'm slipping, okay? Outside the lead, all right? And I can counter, I can either wrestle, so like GSP was the key at this, boom, they throw the punch, right? So there's a whole number of things you can do. So, slipping off the lead, right? So, boom, slip, okay? The next one will be a roll, okay? So, the roll is when you're kind of a step behind. So it's like he's going to counter you, okay? So say I throw my jab, but right as I get my jab, I see this fucking huge overhand right coming, right? So I'm like, I don't have time to like, oh shit, get over there, right? It's like drop everything right away, drop my level, get underneath the punch, right? Boom, drop, and then I'm returning back to my stance from the lower level. Boom. And then I'm up, okay? So the roll, all it is, it's a slip, but drop your level first, right? So here's the slip, here's the roll, right? Drop my level. Sorry, I'm not very mechanical. I fucked my knee up last night, but essentially all the roll is. Hey, how's it going? So the slip here, boom. The roll is that, but first, it's too late for me to slip. I gotta get underneath of it. Get underneath of it, slip, right? Got it? Practice this a couple times, guys. Go ahead. So again, remember that base? Don't compromise your base. Good. Jab, slip. Jab, roll. Duck, roll. Nice. So guys, the roll on this is very important, okay? So normally in a punch, like you throw a punch, boom, you're right back, right? You don't have the luxury. The reason why we're rolling is because shit hit the fan, and he got a good counter before I could get reset, right? So I throw the punch, and I know, like, oh, fuck, this right hand's coming. Okay, too late to come back to it, so I'm going to get underneath the punch, roll through. Got it? Got it? Yeah, so it's like, this happens all the time. You throw a punch, and the guy's waiting, right? He's like, oh shit, so throw the punch. Boom! And the punch is coming, and you know, like, okay, you don't have time. Boom. Right? So that's what a roll is. You throw the punch, and it's like, oh fuck, the counter's coming. Oh, what? What? Drop your level, get underneath it, right? The slip, you can slip if you're ahead of the game. Like you throw a jab, you know he's gonna jab back, like you dumb bitch. Boom, boom. Like you throw a jab, he's gonna counter with a cross, dummy. Right? That's your stuff. But the roll is programmed like you throw the jab, it's like, oh fuck, the counter's coming. Right? And I didn't have time to get out of the way. So first thing, let's do the rolls together, guys. So I'm going to open up like I threw my punch, right where I'm at. I'm just going to bend my knees, sit my butt low. Now I'm going to go back to my stance like I'm throwing the cross, right? Now I'm back to my stance to the counter. On the other side. I throw the punch, I'm over here. Oh shit! Bend your knees a little bit. Rotate through. Like wrestling stance, right? Oh shit, boom. Wrestling stance. Back to striking, right? Good. So drop first, don't get them. So this is the thing too. A lot of guys will come here and they'll drop as they, it's a slip, but they drop as they slip. That'll get you ass kicked. That'll get you knocked out, okay? So make sure we know what we're doing, right? We're here. It's too late for me to get to the outside of the punch. So now I gotta get under it. Now I can get to the other side of it. Right? And another thing on this roll, guys, is treat it almost like wrestling. Meaning like, I want my forehead right in his fucking chest when he throws this punch, right? So I hit the punch, boom, he throws the punch. I'm here. I can be here. I want my head closer here because if knees come, like I'm here and he throws a punch, and I'm here, and I try slipping here and he throws a fucking knee, that's it, right? Or he can, boom, too, right? So as I slip the punch, here, I'm rolling close, right? And GSP was the king, like I said, off that, hit the double off the cross, right? Didn't slip. The roll is the same.
Is slip and swim, you know what I mean? Like, is it the same thing basically, like swim?
Swim.
Like, or is that like a boxing term?
Slipping and loading are kind of the same. So they're defensive, but they're more offensive. So a load would be like this. So if I'm just gonna start off with my lead hook, I wouldn't throw it from here because there's no power. I need to load that bitch. Boom! Right? So that's essentially a slip and a load are the same thing. So defensively, what I'm doing is, see how my head is right on the center line right here? So when I throw a slip, or when I throw a cross, it brings my head outside of the pipe, right down the center pipe, down the barrel of the punches, where all punches go. All the power should go right down the pipe. No matter what angle the punch is coming from, it ends in the same target. Boom, 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 in the dick maybe, right? But if there's a pipe there, all punches, all angles into that pipe, okay? So, essentially all I'm doing, right, I'm throwing the head, I'm throwing the punch, now I'm right down center line with the cross, or the overhand. Most of the time it's an overhand, right? Boom, the punch is coming over the top. Fuck! Drop my level right where I'm at. Boom! Just get down, right? Now I get my head to the other side. Boom, right? And I can come back to my striking here, I can wrestle, whatever, okay? Boom, there it is. Break it down, guys. It's literally.
I think I actually was just the one that you were saying not to. That's how I usually do it. I'll like roll as.
Yeah, duh.
That's a bad habit.
That's bad habit. You'll get knocked out in that shit. And it happens all the time. Like, the only way to truly get down to this shit, guys, is doing it slow. It's just repetition. Repetition is the mother of skill, right? Technique and discipline is your daddy. Repetition, mother, discipline, daddy. So, I mean, you can have a million repetitions, but if you're not disciplined enough to really dissect it, and you're just like, oh, fuck it, I'm going it fast. Oh, it feels good, I'm fast, I'm athletic. That's not good. And unconscious, yeah. You might be good on like the level of guys you're going with, but the best guys you're gonna go with, they're gonna catch you. Yeah, nice. Boom. Good. Alright, I'm gonna come around and let's see how yours rolls, okay? So boom. So south front, yep, so bring your jack. Overhand's coming. Yep. Boom. This is exactly what we're done. Yep. Boom. That's how you know you did it. That's how you know you did your roll right? So throw your jab. The punch is coming. Woof. Boom. This is where you'll end up on a good roll. Okay. See it? Throw your jab. Punch is coming. Yeah. Boom. Good. So the only thing is, when you ducked, your head was here. Oh. Your head's got the still. Yeah. You have to be here. Yep, it's still balanced here, and I'm balanced here. Almost, it's the same as here, right? I'm not necessarily adding more weight one way or the other. My head isn't going this way. My back is straight still. I can rotate. I can rotate this. Okay? Yep. That's it. But your head, just work on, right now you're just getting a little over animated with your head and shit. Okay. So keep your head right in the middle. Don't. Boom.
Oh, okay. That's what I'm saying.
Drop it. Yeah. Boom. That's it.
Yeah.
And this is where you'll end up.
Yeah.
right here. Yep.
Much smaller.
You wanna see it? Throw your jab. So the punch is coming. Duck, yep. Now, you don't need to go too much, just a little bit, right? Just get under the pipe.
So I just need to get under
Under the.
I can stay straight though?
Yeah, you do stay straight. You go boom, here, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And like think about like your fucking Ninja Turtle, right? Like your back, your turtle shell is gonna fucking, if I do club you, boom, you want me to hit you like the turtle shell, right?
Okay.
So throw the jab. No jab. Oh shit, the punch is coming. Yes. Now rotate through. Yeah, you can do it that way too. But go through a little punch. Now, double cheek. Just drop your knees. Good. Now, go to your stance this way. Like you're throwing a right hand from there. Throw across from there. So you go down. Now, that. That's all you're doing. You're here.
Punching down.
You're here. And there. It's like here. It's the same as if I throw the cross to the body. Essentially, right? I'm here.
You might throw a punch.
You can, but I'm just talking about the mechanics of your body moving. So I'm here. Remember the Da Vinci?
Yeah.
The Da Vinci. I'm here. Boom. Oh fuck! The punch is coming. Get down. Now Da Vinci the other way. That makes sense?
Yeah.
I know
to an extent, bro.
I know. Yeah. Get the concept.
So.
First thing first. Bend your knees. Good. That's it. That's all you need.
Okay.
Now you're gonna rotate through, getting your shoulder. So right now, see how you're on this side of my body?
Yeah.
You're rolling through to get to this side of my body, right? So as I throw my punch, wham! Yeah, there we are. What I would like to do, like, is lead hook. So every roll should have a body hook, by the way, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. So as you throw the punch, so every time I roll, I am hitting the body. Boom.
Okay.
But this is the real key. Once I'm on this side and I'm in safety, because your counter was here, right?
Yeah.
Boom! Right to the liver. Boom, right to the head, or GSP, double. Like this is dead and right, it's takedown too, right?
Yeah.
So, essentially we're just going from this side of my body, right? As you threw your jab here, boom, you're on this side of my body still, right?
Yep.
And now, my right hand's coming, so now you're gonna look to get on this side of the body.
Okay.
Drop your level, now get to this side of your body. Just, don't do it. Just rotate. Yeah. Boom! There it is. That's it. That's your roll.
That was okay.
Very subtle. Very subtle. Right?
Yeah.
That's it. Right? Open up. Good. Punch is coming. Get your legs. Good. Your head was like this a little bit. Yep. So keep your spine like a neutral, like a broomstick, right? But what's that game? It's like a fucking stick with the balls on the rope. You twist it. You know what I'm talking about? The balls like clack, clack, clack. That's what striking is. Your spine is the stick. Your hands and arms are the rocks on the rope. Right? So throw the jab, turn your body out. Good. Now, yep, that's it. Now chest, face at me. Face at me. Good. So turn your good. So now all I'm gonna do is bend my knees, back straight by your ass. Good. Just change the level so you're underneath. No, don't bend though. Bend your knees. So if you're doing this, you get lower, do this. Yep. That's it. So turn, bend your knees. Now, rotate to the other side. That's it. So here, boom, bend the knees, go over. That's it. That's it. So what it looks like in a fight is, I'm here, and I throw my right hand, boom, and this is where you'll end up, the right hand. Very subtle. Got it? Slips and rolls off the right hand, okay? So, easiest one, obviously, if I'm throwing it as a cross, right, the slip should be natural, right? Why do people call it the bow and arrow afterwards? Right, come here, Alex. So this is a natural thing. This is what you should be doing to return your cross anyway. It should be a slip or a load, right? It's technically a load because you won't fucking power back, right? So as I throw my cross, right, boom, Alex is gonna throw his hook or his jab, and all I'm doing is I'm slipping my head back, right? I'm just gonna go boom, load, load. Let's not call this a slip. Let's call this a load, okay? Boom, load, boom, right? Boom, boom. Got it? Very simple, right? That should actually just be your cross, right? A lot of guys will go, oh yeah, sweet punch. Fuck yeah, right? No, a cross is this, boom, right? And I'll even add the back step to it, right? A lot of people roll the bow and arrow, so I'm here, boom, right? Like I'm pulling a bowstring. I'll hit with the cross, I'll go to slip, boom, right? So that's the cross, that's the slip of your cross. Don't worry about your footwork right now, guys. What I'm worried about is your shoulder reset. Your shoulder reset, okay? So I'm here. This isn't reloaded, right? This isn't a slip, this isn't a load, anything, right? I'm here. Go back to neutral, right? One. And it's a slip too, right? From here, he throws his jab. He throws his cross. Right? Right? That should just be your normal way to throw the cross. So that load, that slip, should be everything, right? Okay? Now let's add the roll. Okay? So say I lined up Alex with this fucking sweet right hand, right? Well, this old wily bastard's got a check hook waiting, right? You see it all the time. Guys with the right hand, you guys throw the check hook from the top. Boom, right? So, now I throw the right hand. As soon as I get this right hand, oh shit, the counter's coming, okay? I don't have time to get out of the way. So I drop everything, drop my level, get under the punch, and I reset myself back out. Right? Nice and easy. Now with this one, I like to add the step anyway because it's MMA. But as I throw my punch, and the punch is coming, I'll drop my level, and I'll usually like switch, like a high cross series or whatever, or hit the body here, boom. But you know, technically with boxing, fighting on the addition sign, not the asterisk, it's here. Drop, rotate, right? I'm just getting from this side of his body to this side of his body. Right? So it's a very subtle thing with the roll, but with MMA and wrestling, I like that step, okay? From here, punch is coming, roll. Right? What I like to do, I'm gonna add a step, boom, punch is coming, boom. Right? Add a little shovel step, okay? Good, good, good. Nice. So, line it up. So we're throwing this as a cross. So your lead shoulder, yeah, laying here.
Oh, lead shoulder.
Yes. So when you throw this cross now, you're punching across. Boom!
Ah.
That's your cross.
Okay.
That's the difference.
So I'm trying to line my shoulder up with your...
If we're throwing the cross, yeah.
Okay.
So the cross, which you should be all the time. You should be trying to fight like this as much as possible. Because this is the highest advantage offensively and defensively. Okay? So, yeah, right here, now you're going to throw the cross. Boom! Good, but I'm like, check hook. Yes, exactly. And roll through. Wow! Exactly. But just do the boxing one. So just don't move your feet at all. Okay. So go here, cross. Boom! Right there. That's your roll. Yeah, just very whoop, whoop. Cross. Whoop. That's it. Drop your level. Yeah, roll. That's it. Very subtle. Whoop, whoop. Cross. Drop your level. Right there. There it is. Right there again. Yep. But for MMA, you should always be.
So you always be towards the outside leg, or the lead leg?
I step my back leg to the outside here. Yeah, cut off the angle. Boom. Wait. Where's your angle at? There. Cross. Boom! Now the hook. Wham! Bam! Yes, exactly. Yep. But a lot of guys swing that high crotch there. Like there's a good drill here. It's like I throw the boom as my slip. I can rip the body. I can boom. I can roll. I can high crotch. I can do the shovel boom here, and I can do the over the top too. Right?
And that's the switching.
That's with the switch. Yeah, that's this.
So you're jab hand, power.
Yes. Yeah. Yep. Make sure you're lined up right. There it is. Wow. Exactly. Yeah. Especially if you get a guy that's worked so well when guys are hooking. So they can throw the cross here, and I'm like, you see guys get. I've knocked out lots of people with this
So
punch.
you're kind of like starting to throw the punch, or you go under and then you throw.
Yeah. So essentially.
Lower and then throw.
Yeah, because so the rule is, guys, like the reason why why we get underneath, because shit's coming and we don't fucking have time to get out of the way. So it's literally like, oh shit, like if someone was running at you full speed, would you just be like, ah, or you'd be like, fuck, ugh. Right? It's the same thing. It's like, oh shit, power's coming. Get underneath that bitch, right? Or like, oh fuck, the check's coming, fuck. Get underneath, whoa, boom, boom, right? So that's what we're thinking about our rolls. It's like, man, that counter, he's gonna fucking smoke you, right? It's like, I hit the punch, but his punch is right fucking there. Oh shit, wow. Boom, boom, right? Make sense? Cool. That's our foundation fundamentals for striking, okay? So, now take it, brother. So, now we even get more elite, and guys, this sounds like a lot, right? It is a lot to be thinking of, but this is still very basic stuff, right? Just very broken down in detail, okay? So now, we have our punches here, boom. We have our slips, boom. We have our rolls, boom. We have our punches here. We have our slips, we have our rolls, right? Now we add a step to it. So now I'm gonna work on my patterns going forward. So the rule of thumb is, guys, whatever direction I'm going, that foot has to step first. So if I'm going forward, my lead step needs to take the step. If I'm going backwards, my back step. If I'm going to the right, my right foot. If I'm going to the left, my left foot, right? So how I do that is, I'm shifting my weight, okay? So if I'm going forward, right, I'm shifting my weight to my back foot, I'm reaching in with my lead, and I'm recovering with my back, okay? So going forward looks like this, okay? So I'm only leaving my stance for a tiny 2-3 inches at a time, and as soon as that foot comes back, I'm good. So it's like I can throw, boom, power, right? As opposed to like, now I'm just like, this sucks, because it may not seem like much, but this or this is a big difference. And elite strikers are going to pick that apart. If you do this on an elite guy, you're never going to land a punch, and you're going to get countered all day, right? It's baby step, boom, right? So, things we're going to do, we're going to go forward. Let's go forward, a couple steps. Then we're going to reach forward, recover. Shift, reach, recover, right? Neutral. Shift, reach, recover. Got it? Going to the left. Shift, reach, recover, right? And when I'm shifting my weight, I'm not going head over, right? I'm still head, my principles are still in line. Toe, knee, hip, shoulder, head, right? I'm just shifting, where I'm neutral here, I'm just shifting over top my lead leg, right? Just a very subtle shift. So now this leg's light, right? I'm like 50-50 here, yeah. So whatever leg I'm stepping with, I have to make it light, right? I have to shift my weight to the back leg. If I'm heavy here, I can't pick this leg up and step. Same if I'm kind of neutral, right? If I'm neutral and I can just step like this, well then I'm basically just walking like this, and I'm punching you like, right? To be based, to be fucking planted, like no, if I need to hit you, I'm gonna put your lights out, right? So I'm based here, shifting, right? Not over the top, but I'm shifting here, because if you come forward, boom, I can throw power at my right. If you go away, I can push off and create power with my lead, boom, boom, right? So I got power on at all times, right? The electricity's on, no matter what. When I step big steps, no power, power, no power, power. No power, power, right? Does that make sense? So it's like I have to have the point of contact with the ground. Otherwise I have no power in my punches, no structure, no stability, okay? So let's just work a couple of this very basic stuff. From your stance, nice and easy, guys. Nice and easy. All right, no step forward. So shift, step, recover. Shift, step, recover. I don't want to slide my feet, guys. It's like step, 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 step. When I slide again, no power, right? No power. Ooh. If I'm sliding my foot, that's the same as this. Right? It's dead connection, right? The slide is not a connection. It's the same as this. Right? No power. No power. Power, 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 power. Right? Good. Going backwards. So again, I'm going to shift, reach, recover. Shift, reach, recover. Shift, reach, recover. Shift, reach, recover. Add a couple turns in there. A couple pivots. Step, 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 step. Good, 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 good. Good stuff, guys. Now, I want you guys to work, so guys, this is like the basics, this is like your shrimping, this is like your framing, This is like your technical get-ups, right? This is your foundational base. If you cannot do this, you cannot do anything. If you can't fucking shrimp get to your side, you're not gonna be able to do a fucking, you're not gonna be able to skate, right? Stuff like that. If you don't have this shit down, it doesn't matter what you do, right? You're not gonna have anything to hit him with, right? But basically what I'm trying to say is, guys, never stop fucking with this. Even when you're like standing around, like if you're standing around with people, like it might seem douchey. Obviously, you don't be like in your shadow stance or whatever. But like if you're ever like just standing around, like oh, there's my base, there's my reset, there's my home base, right? I'm just standing in my stance, like whatever, right? That way you know, like anytime, like get in your stance, okay? I can find it very easily, right? Somebody, right? I have to now imagine we're looking down at the ceiling, okay? And now this asterisk, right? So it basically, like a lot of people are so unaware of what's going on, right? So if I'm lined up like I should be here, what quadrants can I attack him from my addition sign? Well, if we're gunfighting and I'm gunning him down, which way is he gonna go? Which way is my gun gonna be able to fucking kill people with, right? Or shoot people? This way, right? This is the attack I'm gonna hit him at, right? I wanna hit him this way. Because it's basic fucking geometry, right? That's which way I'm opened up. My body's opened up this way. I can get him here, right? Now say I want to attack him on this quadrant, right? So how do I do that? Well, I can't do it from here, right? I have to now shift over, right? Now, which way can I attack him from? I know if he goes this way, he's a dummy because he's going to run into all my shit, right? So which way is he going to go? This quadrant here, right? Which now I can flank him, right? Like they do in the military, right? Cover fire. We want the enemy to move. Cover fire, cover fire, cover fire. We're going to get them right where they want, drop a bomb. Boom. Right? Oh, cover fire, cover fire. Go that way, stupid. Bam. Right? That's essentially what we're doing. Like, all of this, and so when I say, like, it's not necessarily about the techniques, it's about the tactics. This is what I'm talking about, right? The tactics of, like, putting him right where I need to be, right? Setting him up that way. Not every punch is a knockout punch to finish the fight. Some's cover fire, right? I'm cover firing. Say, like, okay, just for point of the drill, okay? I want to land my shifting overhand left. So how do I do that? Well, I got to get him to move into my quadrant that I want, right? So usually what I'll do, okay, and this will be the very same setup for two different examples I'm going to show you, okay? So say I want to land my overhand left. I know it because he keeps going to the quadrant. His defense, every time I attack him, he goes this way. Dang it, I just can't get him. Oh, man, just out of range, shit. Okay, cool. I know he's going to move to that quadrant, so now I can flank him, okay? I'm going to get him to go this way. I'm going to throw my punches just out of reach, get him to roll. Like, oh, dummy, boom, right where I want him to go. Boom! I flanked him right into my quadrant, right? Flanked him right into it, okay? So again, like we're rolling whatever. Oh no, I can't get him, Bam! Got him right where I know he's going to be, okay? I'm not throwing the punch at him to hit him here. Like I'm not trying to hit him like, in real time. No, this is like, I know I'm not going to hit him here because he's fast, he can see everything. He's good too, right? I'm going to hit him where I know he's going to be. It's like I'm going to cover fire to get him to move, and I'm going to lob my fucking mortar at him, right? So boom, 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 bam, right? I'm not trying to punch him here. I'm punching him when he gets to here, right? I got the target painted. As soon as the target gets in the fucking crosshairs, drop the bomb, right? Boom. So again, I'm going to hit him right here, right? I'm going to go, oh no, he's running. Oh, boom. Okay? Now, same setup. Now I want him to go to the other quadrant though, okay? Maybe I'm going to set up a head kick. Maybe I'm going to hit up the Lomachenko shift, okay? So now, I can't fight him on this quadrant, right? Because obviously, he's not going to come into my power. He's not going to come to the far side, right? So I got to line him up, either straight right, or I can just shake it out and just come across, cut him over here, right? Which is fine. The footwork plays everything, right? But let's say the same setup with the 1-2, okay? But now instead of getting him this way for my overhand, I want him to go this way, and I'm going to hit a shift hook with it, okay? So now I need to line it up, okay? So as I throw my punch, I need to get him, I'm flanking him this way. Boom, boom. Oh, perfect. Right where he stepped, right where I knew he was going to go, okay? He's going to go off this quadrant. So now I'm shifting my stance, throw my lead hook, my left cross, okay? Right? So, I get him to go this way, easy. Line him up here, right? If I'm a guy with a rifle, and I'm this way, and the threat's this way, wouldn't you shake the fuck off that way? You wouldn't go this way, right? Boom. But if I'm here, whoa, you really got one way to go, right? You can't go this way because I got you. Your best bet is to try to get out there and fucking run, right? Boom, 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 there, right? Now this one, I want him to go this way, okay? Like, oh, here's your freedom. You're safe here, right? Like, oh, here you go. Boom, dumbass, right? Because now, this is what I'm saying with fighting on the after. Look what shoulder is lined up, right? It's the same as if I'm here. But now I'm southpaw, right? So I get him to flank, boom, he's over, boom, he rolls out. Right where I need it. Perfect, that's too much. Let's take it to the drill. So I'm here, boom, boom, he rolls out, boom, right where I need him. So that same shifting overhand that I threw this way, I can throw this way. Boom! Right? I like to throw him a jab, or a lot of guys will just frame with it, right? So if I get him to go this way, throw him the cross, boom, I'll just keep this here. A lot of guys will do that, right? You see it in boxing, MMA too. So boom, I'm gonna flank, boom, he rolls out, boom, boom, right? I'm just shifting my stance off that way, okay? So, let's just basically work those two quadrants, okay? Getting the guys to go where we're gonna go, okay? So, it doesn't matter about, again, the tools, the weapons you're gonna use. They can be a rudimentary fucking open bitch slap, they can be cross, they can be a brick type of rope. It doesn't matter, okay? The weapon that you're gonna use doesn't matter. It's the tactics and where we're gonna place it, okay? So, first one we're gonna do is I'm gonna flank him to his back quadrant. And by the way, I should say, defensively and offensively, the safest, most direct, almost which everybody's gonna do is they're gonna attack off of their lead leg, off of their lead hand, because this is also my best shield, and it's my best defense, right? So if I'm fighting a bunch of people, right, I wouldn't want to fight this guy and not worry about these motherfuckers, right? If I'm fighting everybody, I want to try to get to the fucking corner where I got everything. I got all my prep drills here, right? So it's the same when I'm here. When I'm here, I want all this fucking quadrant aware of, right? I want to control all of this. And if he starts coming forward at me, like how do I do it? The best way to keep this quadrant is to keep outside and away from his lead, okay? So, also, that being said, the most risky would be obviously what?
Being in the pocket.
Coming into his quadrant that way, right? Going the other way, right?
Mm-hmm.
If he's coming this way, right, that's risky for him. That's high risk for him, right? Because I have my best defense there, right? And I shouldn't say high risk, still minimum, right? Minimum risk, minimum reward, we're fighting here, okay? Maximum risk, maximum reward would be going a little more dangerous, okay? Which would be this way, okay? So minimum risk, minimum maximum reward, I'm fighting in this way, right? Is that everybody tracking, everybody with me here? You guys understand why that is? Right? My peripheral, my defense here, okay? So, going this way is a little trickier, okay? So, if I'm doing this, I need to be lined up with my shoulders here, right? I can't be lined up with my lead here, right? Because now this water is, if anything, all he's gonna do is attack me this, he's gonna cave the weak side, right? See how that worked? The geometry of that, he's just gonna cave in right there, right? But if I'm here, well, we can either get a pissing contest where I hit him, he hits me, boom, right? Or I can start my angling out, right? So, for this drill, you guys are gonna partner up. We're gonna do these two things. The partner's just gonna circle. We're gonna add this circle, right? I'm gonna set up my overhand left. I'm gonna attack this quadrant, okay? So I'm gonna line up my lead. Which way is he gonna go when I throw my punches? He's gonna go that way. The only fucking obvious thing, right? So I'm gonna step forward by 1, 2. Right when he goes, I'm shifting, throwing my strike there, okay? Flanking him, let's call that A quadrant, okay? Or let's call it B. This will be A quadrant, B quadrant, C quadrant, D quadrant. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's go to B quadrant, okay? I'm gonna flank him to the B quadrant, okay? So I'm throwing 1, 2, I'm gonna stack him here, right? I'm driving that back shoulder, okay? Boom, 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 okay? Now, the next one we're gonna go to A quadrant, okay? So, I gotta shift, I gotta slide over, right? If it's like we're bowling, I gotta boop, 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 slide back over, boom. Now this is leading, okay? So now I'm gonna throw my 1, 2, boom, flank him to that quadrant, okay? Now I'm stepping, and I'm just either gonna throw a hook, or I'm just gonna frame, And I'm throwing my overhand left again. Bam! Okay? But instead of the shifting here, I'm shifting here. Got it? You guys want to work it? Cool. You guys can get gloves if you want. If not, just be easy with each other. But guys, it's dancing right now, alright? We're flanking them, we're putting them in the spots that we want. I don't care if you hit them with a bitch slap, fucking whatever. It doesn't matter because you're tactically at the advantage, okay? It doesn't matter what your strikes are. Your techniques, whatever. A big stick, a baseball bat, does the same thing, right? Put them where you want them, okay? Let's work it, let's flank it.
What's your name?
Nice to meet you. Oh yeah. What's your arm?
Yeah. I like retired from wrestling.
Yeah.
Essentially, so just
Hey, check yourself, Happy. Check yourself. You're sharing your girl. Hey, what's your name again? Chance. Check yourself.
That's more.
No. You were shot. You were here. You're here. Where's this foot? No. That's here. Make sure we're on the line. We're on the quadrant. Right? Not here. Not shallow. Right? Not too far back. I need to be boom, right on my quadrant. Angle it off. It's geometry, right? Yeah. Geometry. Fighting.
Yeah.
You gotta stand up. Yeah, he's south. You're south. Oh, you're not at that. Good.
That's right.
It's good. That's right.
So I want to
So go ahead, stand up. So, no, if you're trying to get me, so this will be backwards. So my A quadrant is not my B quadrant, right? Essentially this. Yeah. So what you want to do is line your feet up. Now, you're going to start punching. Well, yeah. So we're here to do. So what you're going to want to do is you're flanking it, like you're crushing this angle here, right? So it's like, if we're a geometry and you're trying to like shoot me down, you would want me going this way. You would want me on this back leg here, right? So essentially, you're throwing your 1, 2, then you're throwing your 2 to this shoulder. Boom, boom, yes. And now I'm rolling out to here. Now you're shifting, and you're throwing this overhead. So you're shifting as you come here, boom, to there. Yes, let me do this. So I'm coming here. I want to attack you this way, okay? So as I start, so stay like we're circling. Now as I start punching this down your throat, you're going to roll off. Now I know you're going to go this way, right? I know eventually you're going to be right there. If I try to hit you right where you're at, all you got to do is, listen. You see it, everything's going, right? But I'm going to punch where I know you're going to be, okay? So I'm here, now I start attacking you on the angle here. So you're going to roll out, boom, boom, so roll up this way. So you're going back to this back, so you're going this way. Right over that ass. Yes, exactly. Right? If I'm attacking at you, right, that relieves the pressure, right? Right? And you're still playing enough, you can cork a right hand, right? Or you can pull out with a hook. Like if you're going this way, you can still throw your lead hook, right? Like boom! Or you can come out and boom! Right? So that's the way you're gonna go. If I'm coming down at you, yeah, exactly. Right? So I know eventually your head's gonna be there, right? So this is my flank, this is my smoke screen, this is my cover fire. This is what I'm gonna get you to go right where I want you. Right? So I'm punching down to your back shoulder, boom, boom. Exactly. Now you know that where your head's gonna be. You're stepping off this foot, switching to ortho this way. Crack to my leg. Right? And in real time, so I want you to keep moving and flow with me. So right, we're circling, boom, boom, boom. I start flowing down, boom, boom. Right? Like there, right where you're gonna go, right? Bow! Right there. Right over the top. And this punch, guys, these punches when you're shifting, I want you to think about rock on a rope. Okay? Your hands are rock, your arms are rope, and you're slinging it with your shoulder, right? So as I go to step, right, I don't want like a technical hook like this because you're going to miss it almost every time, right? So instead, as I throw them here, I'm rocked on a rope. Right? Because think about it. If you're trying to hit somebody with a rock on a rope, right? You're not gonna just try to be like hit them exactly, right? Because they're gonna be like, fuck you. Right? You're gonna you're gonna mow them down. You're gonna spray the eagle down, right? Like I'm just gonna cut all the way through, and on any trajectory that rock on a rope goes, it's gonna land, right? If I'm winging a rock on a rope, and all I gotta do is I gotta fucking ambush him in the corner, wah! Right? I'm gonna hit that motherfucker, okay? So think about that. Rock on a rope when we're throwing this, when we're flanking people. Flank, 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 you dumb bitch. Wham! Right? Cool. Alright, keep going. Wow! Good, good, good. Yes. But there you were even a little shallow. So even here you were like this, and you stepped in here. On this, I want this. I want this. So you're flanking, I want to be outside here. So that when I go to step, I'm here. Wham! Right? I don't want to be too linear here, because if I'm linear here, it's got to be here. And if I'm too linear here and I do this and I go to shift, like you know the Conor McGregor, like just that little poke out. If I'm too linear here, so as you come here, do that here. Right? Boom. Right? So as I'm here, rear cross, shift it, that would be challenging. Right? But if we're here, and you're bringing me down this way, so now it's like, so essentially what we're doing here is like, you're caving me down this way. Like you're like literally, you're pushing me right to my back foot, right? That's what you want to do. You want to drive me. Right? This, I'm still kind of agile. I don't go this way. You want to throw it from here. Here. Yeah. You want me to think, do you want this right? The best way to set this up is to throw your cross, and the cross just be, oh, and I'm like, you dumb bitch, like you're out of range, right? And I'm like, ha ha ha. Right? So this is what I'll do to you. So we're circling here. The best way to do this is like, if you throw the jab, every time I know the guy, he's like this, right? And like I come forward, oh, yeah, oh shit. It's like, okay, I can't hit you coming here, right? It's like, you see everything, okay? Fine. So now I'm gonna get you to go that way. And I wing my rock on a rope, right? I'm getting him to go to that quadrant. And this weapon, rock on a rope, is gonna fucking clear the room of all that quadrant, right? What's the movie? Resident Evil? Like when the laser comes down the fucking hallway? This is the laser coming down the hallway. You step in my hallway, I'm mowing you down, right? So I'm like, okay. So this, see how I'm not straight up with them here? My shoulders are almost identical. You're not gonna get it very often. And if he's really good, he's gonna counter the fuck out of you, okay? So I gotta be here, it's all geometry, right? I can't attack him here, right? Because I'm not technically moving him at that quadrant. If I go forward at him, right? First of all, I'm a dummy because I'm right in the pipe. But second of all, he can move any way he wants. If I come forward here, he can go this way, right? If I'm coming here and I'm, oh shit, right, he can move. But if I'm here and I'm flanking him to this quadrant here, right? This is where I want to go. I'm driving him this way. He has only one direction to go. Ha! Right? I can fucking mow him down with it. Like, look at all this room. So say like, he really is running, right? I can cover so much room with this coming here, right? Because why? Because I know all of this is gone, right? And all he's really gonna, if he goes straight backwards and once I'm here, I'm like fucking awesome, right? Like Phil Baroni, Dave Benet, right? If you can get that cell angle on them, if you're here and they start going backwards,
if I just move straight back, you're just going straight.
Oh, I blitz the fuck out of you, yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Right? Because there's nowhere, I'm in a safe quadrant, right? But anybody who's any good at all, or just have self-preservation, they don't want to get fucking hit, their natural instinct's gonna be like, cool, right? It's normal, right? So, all I know, I gotta activate B quadrant. As soon as I get moving in B quadrant, I know my strike is gonna come. Right? Just get him to move in that, flame into that quadrant, okay? And I do that with my body positioning, my angles, my shoulders, okay? If I'm here straight up with him, and I want him to go this way, I'm not gonna line up my cross up. I'm not gonna start from here, right? Because why? Because when I go this way, he's not gonna fucking go that way. But he's gonna go that way, right? He knows. It's like a subconscious thing that like he's not really aware of, but he's aware of, right? It's like you see like when people like square up on you, like you can sense it. Like what the fuck, bitch? Why? What are they doing when they square up on you? How do you notice it? It's a posture. Well, what's a posture? It's getting into a position where they're like fucking yeah. What? Right? Why do you think that is? It's like a subconscious thing that most guys aren't even fucking aware of, okay? So, to get them in my quadrants, right? I'm not gonna come here. I'm gonna shift outside. Almost like if I'm fighting on the cross, right? So it's like my cross is not here. That's a straight, right? My cross would be here. Cross, right? Boom. I'm fighting him on the cross quadrant to get to B quadrant, right? So I'm not gonna be here fighting him here. I'm gonna be here, and he's gonna be driving me to my B quadrant. So as he comes forward, I'm like, you dumb bitch. Boom! Didn't even see it. I'm like, dude. Like, and you'll see it, guys, too, right? Like, guys will start getting cocky, right? And they'll be like, you fucking idiot. Like, they'll put their hands down, like, oh, I'm safe. Right? So, think about that, okay? Oh, you got Ames and Silva. Chris White. Now, Chris Weidman did this one. He did the other one, right? He did this, yeah, he did. Boom, boom. Or did he do double hook? I forget what he did. He flanked him. It was this one. He flanked him with a hook, right? He went this way. He didn't go this way. He didn't shift like that. That's like, my Dino does that one really well. Marquez, when he knocked out Pacquiao, same thing. Boom. Right? Same thing. But yeah, I have to be lined up structurally, like chest, like my fucking groundwork has got to work to get into the quadrant I want. Now, if I wanted to go this quadrant, well, it wouldn't make fucking sense to attack him here, right? He's not gonna go that way, right? Okay, shake out, square him up. Now I get him to go this way. Roll, boom. Okay, and this one's the same too. Rock on a rope, because I know he's gonna roll this way, right? This one's a little trickier. Okay, there's a little more risk with it, because if he's got a good fucking check hook, he can step and then hit a pivot, right? So if I'm like flanking here, boom, yeah. If I like go flank here and you're rolling out, I'm like boom, 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 right? He can just step and fucking wham and pivot. So it's a little tricky, but that's why I throw my lead hand first, right? If I go flank him here, right? I'm gonna load him up here, right? Boom, boom, right? I'm here, throw my cross, he moves. Now what hand is lined up? Right? If I was a southpaw, I'm pretty much right where I need to fucking be already, right? So that's essentially what I'm doing. I'm lining him up here. He moves my quadrant. Got it. Boom. Okay? You can throw it, like I said, play with this, guys. Some guys I know like to throw the cross and then they'll hit a roll and throw it. Some guys I know, they'll hit the cross and they'll post and they'll just post and step. They'll boom here, throw it. I like it personally, throw the cross, hook, boom. Some guys like the jab, a little cross, jab, right? So you guys are gonna have to play with that, with whatever you like. But I want you to have something there, so the counter check hook guys aren't gonna be just fucking here, right? So I'm not gonna come here, right? I need to come here, right?
So you're just anticipating that check hook.
Well, I know that's going to be one of your only options, right? But most importantly is, how many weapons can you hit me with from the side of the body?
Just this fork.
Well, maybe, but not if you're moving that way. You can't kick me and move that way, right? If you do, you're going to have to pivot, right? You're going to be like, oh wow. But then think about the timing on that. I'm stepping, pivoting, firing. Whereas all you're doing is boom, bop, bop. Right. So the cadence is bop, 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 or bop, 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 right? The bop, bop, bop is gonna win every time, right? Got it? Let's work this a little bit longer, guys, and yeah, and then we'll start working our pulls, okay? The other quadrants, okay?
Hey, John.
Okay.
Yeah.
How you doing, bro? Good, brother. How are you? Pretty good.
So,
so it's all loaded from your right hand. So if I'm wanting to go this way, both of these flanks, guys, are 45 forward. It's not a straight line forward. It's not a straight line laterally. It's on the X quadrant, right? So when I step through on these shifts, I'm moving on the lateral march, right? So I'm shifting here. I'm going, guys, you know the fucking speed skater shit, right? This shit, the lateral pushing. That's essentially what we're doing, right? I'm loaded here, and I'm hitting a lateral motion, but at a 45-degree angle, right? And if I go to shift back through, it's the same thing. And again, the other way. Right? So I'm zigzagging 45, creating the power 45, creating the power 45, and I'm moving, my attacks are moving forward, but I'm never in the straight line. Come here, Alex. How many times do you see Jose Aldo, Conor McGregor? Jose Aldo was fucking pissed off, was fucking just like, I'm gonna fucking hurt you, right? So what did he do? Come, ha! Big hook, forward. And what happened? He got knocked out. Where did Conor move? Did anybody know where Conor moved? Off the X. He moved right here. So Aldo was like, he moved right here, himself right here. Yeah. So Aldo was here. Ah! Right? That's essentially what we're doing here, right? I'm getting 45. I don't want to attack him here, right? Because, well, he's got he's got options, right? He's got more weapons I gotta worry about, right? I'm like, fuck, if I get him here, I know what he's got, right? He's gonna try to probably hit me with that check hook, or he's gonna try to hit me with that cross. That's about it, right? Right? Maybe he's probably gonna just get the fuck out of there, right? He's probably just gonna defensively move his feet, right? So I know, okay, he's going this way. I got this quadrant unlocked. This side's taken away. Got his quadrant unlocked, so we're circling. Like, oh, he moves out every time, oh shit. Right? I come forward, oh, you dummy, boom! There's my punch, right? Get him to move right in the quadrant I want, okay? And it's at the 45, okay? So, I have to be here. If I'm here lined up dead nuts, there's no angle to be had. So if I move at the 45 here, and I'm lined up here, and we're circling, circle. But I'm lined up here, right? Circle. But I line up here, and I throw the punch, and he moves. So I'm here, I throw the punch, and he moves. Right? That's where, if I really go to rock on the rope, he can pull his head out, okay? So pull your head out. So I'm lined up here. I have no angle, okay? I try to create and move on the angle, circle. So I'm here. Wham! See how that was off now? Because my angle, my geometry was off, okay? But if I cut him off, boom, now I know. Like, shit, this part, I'm gonna corral him, right? I'm here. So now I got the 45 angle. He's only really got one way to go, right? And if he goes backwards, fine, that's fine. If he goes, like some guys will do this, if they're not very skilled, they'll just go straight backwards. If I throw the cross here, and they go straight backwards, fine. Bam! Like I said, the Phil Baroni, if guys move straight backwards when I have this angle, you can just collapse it, right? If I'm here and he goes straight backwards, boom, 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 boom. I can just fucking beat his ass here, okay? Plug into my check hook, the same quadrant, right? So say I throw this cross here, and I'm lined up here, right? I'm lined up my jab hand first, right? So I'm here, boom, he comes forward, boom, I rake my check hook. I'm moving my check hook on this quadrant here, okay? My C quadrant, okay? That's one check hook, right? I'm here, he throws his cross, boom, off my C quadrant check hook, okay? Now, we're gonna go to our D quadrant, okay? This is the most effective check hook, okay? Because even guys, you guys saw me in my fight Tofik in the finals of the Grand Prix, right? I was setting up this check hook the whole time. I was this close twice. The third time, he set me up with it, right? So, boom, he threw the cross, and I was, wah! He just missed it. How he knocked me out with it, he feinted the cross, I check hook, he overhanded me over the right? So, again, if I'm moving in this quadrant, it's not necessarily a fail-safe, right? If he's like, he gets me to throw, if he's moving this way and I'm like, oh yeah, boom, and he gets me to throw it, well guess what, now I'm moving my pants down, right? Shit, okay? So now I'm gonna start teaching you to throw your check hook going to your D quadrant, okay? Out of the fucking way, okay? So if I'm gonna throw my check hook and I want him to throw his cross, okay? It's never really a good idea to rake it this way, right? Because like his cross is coming down center flyer, and it's like, yeah, I might be able to check hook him before he gets there, but I'm still fucking, there's still bullets coming down my fucking trajectory, right? I want to get the fuck out of the way of all of his weapons, okay? So if I'm going to throw my check hook, the proper way to do this is I'm going to line up my right, straight, okay? And I'm going to get him to throw the right hand, whichever way. A lot of times, I'll just put my head here. Come on, dummy, throw the right hand, right? Now, it gets a little tricky here, okay? So, as I throw my hook now, instead of dragging this direction, I am now, this will be my lead leg, and my lead leg will drag to southpaw position. So as he throws the cross, my head's here on the pipe, I'm stepping out, and I'm throwing my punch this way. So I'm going southpaw. It's basically like I'm throwing a southpaw overhand, okay? My right hand's lined up, the cross comes, I'm stepping and I'm rocking a rope on the back. And see where my quadrant is? I'm in this nice D quadrant here. I'm pulling in this direction, okay? So here, he comes forward, boom. I'm sorry, I thought that was your shoulder. I was looking at him when I did that. Punching in the back of the head. My bad. My bad. Okay? So, I'm lining myself up. Also, this is lined up too, right? So, as he throws that cross on my head, I rock on a rope, and see how my step out moved my head up the center line? Whereas this one does move my head off center line, but I'm still dead nuts lined up with this fucking punch, right? I'm still down the fucking shooting course. This way, my head's here, don't throw the punch. Watch where my head goes just by moving on my angle. See how my head direction changed? Here, here, right? So I'm here, the cross comes, I'm stepping this lead leg out laterally. It's literally like I'm coming here, I'm facing orthodox, and I'm going to face this direction as the southpaw. Orthodox, southpaw, right? Orthodox, as the punch comes, southpaw. Check hook, Soviet check hook, right? And again, I'm going to rock him, so he's either going to stumble one in one direct ways and shift back, okay? Boom! Knockout, right? Soviet check hook. So I'm lining it up, he throws the cross, I'm out, I'm sorry. Right? Soviet check hook, I'm out. And if like another, like you can get back to your stance nice and easy too, by just shooting the body too. Right?
It almost seems like you're using your shoulder to track the punch.
Very much, very much. The shoulder, guys, it checks the punch. Just like, so think about like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, right? When motherfuckers attack them, boom, turtle shell, right? That's essentially what I'm doing. So if he throws the straight right, boom, got it. If he throws the overhand, boom, right? He might go over the top, but I'm still, if he beats me on the overhand, I'm still protected here, right? And my head's off center line, right? So the shoulder leads the way, okay? I'm not just here, right? I'm here. Okay, now I'm facing southpaw in the other direction. Okay? I tuck back away to my D quadrant, and my shoulder is protection as well as my whip, right? So if I'm punching, right, as a southpaw, boom, right? Boom, right there, right? Here, comes forward, boom, right? And even if I need to, I can just go straight right here too. Right? It goes across, boom, boom. I can just do that subtle switch too, if I need to. But chances are after this, he'll hook that hand. I'm gonna catch him here, boom. Even if I hit him in the shoulder, that's where he's gonna go. Almost every time. Why? Why? Does anybody know why? Because it's instinctual, right? I flanked him with my quadrant. I moved to this quadrant. He's not gonna fucking feel safe going anywhere else but there, right? So that's like the deflection. That's exactly where I want, okay? So it's like, it's gonna feel so painfully obvious. Like, what's your only way to go? What's your only way to go? What feels like the only way to go? Right? This way, that way, this way, right? You're not gonna go back this way. You know what I mean? You might try to clinch me and come forward, which is fine, because I can switch too, I can wrestle fine too, but when I'm doing this, whereas this one, tactically, the check hook going this way, tactically puts me at a deficit, right? It's the same as him being on this angle and attacking me this way, right? So the check hook going this way, fucking switches the script on him, okay? So I'm lined up here, he throws a cross, boom! Now which way is he gonna go? I got all my fucking flank here. Like if I'm a southpaw, boom, bam, 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 bam. Right? You guys got that? So let's work back. Let's Soviet check hook. Going to the D quadrant, okay? So, guys, practice this footwork with me, okay? In your stance, everybody's spread out. So grab an asterisk, even if it'll help you. Okay, maybe not. So I'm here. My right hand's lined up down the center line. Okay? And when I'm done, I'm going to be facing the direction to my right or left, if you're southpaw, as I throw my overhand. So the back foot. Guys, another thing too, this foot does not go backwards at the 45. This foot goes lateral. Okay? Lateral on the addition side. Not here. This will get your ass kicked. Same thing. Even worse than this one will. Right? If I go this way and I miss, I'm fucked. Right? If I go this way, and even if I don't miss, if I go this way, dude, I just gave him I gave him the best punch ever. Right? So if I go 45 here, you're gonna get knocked out. Right? If I'm here, ugh. So my head didn't change. All I really did was put myself in a worse compromising position with no footwork and gave him the center line. Like, right, if like we're shooting at targets, we don't want the target to hit, we don't want the bullets to hit the target here. We want the fucking bullets to hit, boom, straight dead center, right? So when I do that, essentially all I'm doing is this. I give him the sweet sauce, right? So this one, lateral. Okay? Good, that's it, yeah. Straight lateral. There it is. Nice. Happy to see, bro. No. So here's how it's right. It's not about the techniques of like, oh, I can throw this combo, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but if you're fucking just, spray, let's call it spray and pray, guys. Spray and pray strikers, right? Spray and pray strikers. Right? You see guys high level, they're throwing flashy shit, but not really landing anything. It's like, what the fuck? Well, your tactics are off. Your technique's great, superior, amazing technique, but you're a fucking show pony. You might as well be a show pony. You're not a racehorse because you're not even doing, you're not even playing the game right? It's like, yeah, I can drill the sickest arm balls. I got the sickest triangles. It's like, yeah, but your setups, you have no setups, so you'll never get in a position to ever use those sick ass fucking techniques, right? Right? I'd rather have a fucking rock and strategy than fucking a handgun and no tactics, right? So meaning this, come here, Alex. So there's ways I can pressure him on the wall, right? The number one effective way, we'll call it base one, all right? The most effective way for me to get him against the wall is I'm gonna get under him and I'm gonna drive pressure up to him this way, okay? I'm gonna be head under his head. And I'm not going to go pressure up to the ceiling, I'm going to pressure up to the ceiling here, okay? So I'm here, and I pressure up. Sorry, Alex, I know this sucks, right? So, the pressure is here, okay? The pressure is driving up here, right? To identify that. Alex, it's very obvious where the pressure is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, good. That's pressure one. We'll call that step one. And for me, if I'm going to be the offensive fighter pushing him against the cage, that's technically like, that's the best, the highest chance I'm going to have for success as far as my takedowns, my striking, and just him not having much options. Okay? Cool. So pressure one, I'm underneath and I'm wedging him up. I'm not going straight up, I'm wedging him up. Boom. Okay? Kinetic energy transferring to here. The second one, okay, is going to be chest pressure, pressuring him this way, straight into the wall here, okay? I'm pressuring and I'm here, okay? Pressuring here, all right? It's very obvious to identify where I'm pressing, right, Alex? I'm not pressing up, I'm pressing through, okay? The next one is gonna be level change, and I'm pressing through on the hips. Here, pressing here. The next one is going to be angling down at the corner here. Again, not straight down here. I'm angling down at the corner. Driving here. Okay? So, my angles and my pressures are angle up, I'm underneath of him. My head pressure is angling up. Angle two, shoulder, chest pressure, I'm angling through. Next one. Shoulder to weight to hips pressure. I'm driving through. Okay? Now here's the final one. And this is very important. When I pressure down, guys, I have to pressure angle down. Because if I start pressuring down here, he's gonna fucking, yeah, he's gone, right? If I relieve pressure and start going down here, he's gonna whizzer me, he's gonna stuff me, right? So if I change my pressure from here, like say he's got a really wide base, he's really good and my pressure's here and I can't get him, okay, fine. I'm gonna switch my angle, now down to the ground to here, and now I've got his legs, right? Now I got a better angle here. I can start coming here, all my stuff here, okay? So, identifying our angles is going to be number one, okay? And in order, oh, I got light-handed. Free drugs. Okay, so for my highest percentage of takedowns, guys, I'm going to want this one. So say we're getting a fight, boom, boom, we're clinching here, I get it, boom, I'm here. My number one order operation is head position, right? Head position. If I'm here, if he gets his head inside first, I'm not winning. Even though I have him press against the fence, he's in control of this position, okay? So to win this position, I'm framing. I like to just push this motherfucker, right? Like you can even do like, there's one I like to do here, right? I'll start with this frame here. I'll start getting pushed here. And my underhook, I'll swim. I'll come in front and I'll straighten it out. And from here, boom, whatever. I can go down to the legs, it doesn't matter, okay? But for number one, I'm clinching. I want my lead hand, my left is gonna be underhook, boom. My chin is gonna go up under his chin, and I'm driving here. And I like to do this too, in the cage, right? A lot of guys, some refs will call it, but some won't. The cage is only this high. If I'm going here, I'll drive my hand up and I'll put it on top of the cage. Right here, right? Make sure you're making a fist, don't grab the cage, because the refs will call it. But a good ref will know if you make a fist and you jam it up here and you put your hand like this is legal, right? And it also it gets his shoulder dragging up. If I'm just here on this, well, and I only have this is okay, but he's got a pretty easy defense from here. It's chin rip, right? Where I add the razzle dazzle is here and here. So now he goes to chin whip, and he actually gives me to his body, right? So if I'm here on this, I got my pressure here, all he's gotta do is reach, grab, boom, right? So to really secure this position, I'm wedging here, but I'm also wedging here. Boom, and I just pressure into him, okay? That'll be the step one. And then from here, we'll just, for sake of the drill, we'll go ahead and we'll go high crouch in, I'm gonna step in deep, hips in, lock my hands, put them on the bicycle bar, step in, hips in, right? Got him here. Nice and easy. Sorry, my knee's fucking fucked, otherwise I'd show you some sweet takedowns. But here, so we're clinching. I just want you guys to get this position here. Boom, I'm here, boom, I'm up, and this way, not straight up to the ceiling. I'm up in here, and I'm up in here. Boom. You can beat him up from here. Like a lot of guys will come here, whip him down, right? All kinds of shit. But here, I have the most control of him and the most options, okay? Got it? So let's work that position, nice and easy. I want you guys to feel that position, and I want you to feel like they're stuck. So partner, let them know if you have good pressure on them or not, okay? So we can work it. Ready? 1, 2. So right here, so right away, this is gonna relieve all the pressure. So here is relieving all the pressure. So where I want him is I'm gonna stay intact here, and like almost like I'd be just wedging you. So come here, right here. So if I right? Yeah. That's the pressure. Does that feel good, Alex? And you'll know it's good because he can pick his legs up. I can pin him here on the wall with my pressure, right? If I'm here on him and I don't have pressure, I might as well come up, right? But he's a good wrestler. He got his head position before I get on the clinch. He's got a good whizzer. Boom, I'm here. Fuck it. Drive through the wall. Here. And you know it's good pressure because you'll feel it, right? That feel good, Alex? Good. So here, all right? Well, it doesn't feel good, but it sucks, but it's good control, right? So the pressure, and guys, if my hips change at all, even a slight degree, right? So my angle is pushing through the wall here. I need all max pressure pushing to the wall. If my angle changes subtly, even just a bit, I'm fucked, right? So, make sure my pressure is identified, right? Pressure here, pressure here, pressure here, pressure here. Never here, never here, never here, right? It's gotta be here. Boom! Drive that motherfucker through the wall. Yeah? Good. Got it? Keep working, guys. Boom. Square up. Oh, good. Good boy. Yeah. So one thing I would say here, when the pressure is good, grab my. You want to get really physical with this one. Reach deep with this one first. Don't reach deep with the back first. Reach deep with the inside first. Because go give me pressure. So you're look at your pressure. Yeah. Right. So first thing first, square me off with your pressure. A little more over, because I can. Yeah. Right there. That's the sweet spot. Yeah, that sucks. Right? So before, do not reach deep here. Reach deep here. Right? Because then now, you got me got. Right? If you start reaching deep here, you're most likely going to, you're shift your angle. Yeah.
Going through the middle of his neck.
Okay.
Right?
Yes, good. Yes. Yeah.
It's harder because I have a wizard.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, one little detail, and I want to talk about the importance of this, okay? When I get this pressure going in forward here, when I go for this dump, okay, I have to reach deep with this hand. Deep. I want to get really fresh with it, okay? Because if I reach deep with the outside hand, I'm giving him the angle, okay? So the pressure's got to stay through me, okay? This arm reaches like you're gonna wipe my ass. Deep, all right? Then you can lock hands, and then I'm his bitch, okay? Got my hips, got all my pelvis completely controlled. And then you can squeal, wiggle, whizzer, whatever the fuck you want, but I got you. Until we hit the ground, you're my bitch, right? And then when we hit the ground, you might be able to scramble. But look at Khabib. Khabib does this shit all the time, right? Look over in here. He'll even put guys up on this hip. Like way up on this hip and like carry him like this. Right? Because like once I got the pelvis, once I got this secured, I'm tight, like it doesn't matter. Right? He can fucking wig out, freak out, fine. But he can't really do anything about it until he hits the ground. And then he can scramble, of course, but secure the package, right? Oh, pressure, good. Oh, good pressure. Oh, okay, boy. Good. Yes. And even on the dump, guys, I don't like to pull them away from the wall. I like to try to fucking drive him through the cage. So I'm here. Boom, boom. I reach deep here, right? So I reach deep here, get him locked up. When I go to dump him, I'm not pulling him away. Instead, I'm driving up and through. Up and dump him here. And then from here, it's a whole other level too. Because the goal is, I want him right in this crease, okay? Because pushing him down like this, yeah, that's fine, okay? But he can use the wall to get up. Pushing him into the wall is good, right? Good, but he can go down to the wall, or down to the ground, go down to the floor, and start scrambling. The king is putting him right in that corner. Here. Sorry, Alex. Here. Pushing him here. Right? It's just like in a bar room. You ever see a guy back into a corner? Pretty fucked, right? Same thing. You put him in the corner, not a lot you can do, okay? So, make sure when we finish this dump, I'm not pulling him away. I don't want to pull him and swim away. Yeah, I want to squeeze him through him. Here, so when I hit the ground, look where I'm at. Horrible. Head position's inside. He's got, again, the head position, driving me to the corner. Fuck, dude. I'm going to bleed a whole bunch. I'm going to bleed a lot. I might get out of it, but I'm going to get fucked up, okay? And that's what we're trying to do with tackles, right? We're not trying to just be slick and like catch them sweet. No. My turn always. I'm going to immobilize you. You're not going to have a fucking chance in hell. And you're going to work really hard just to get to a neutral position. And then I'm going to take that inch away and keep fucking you up more. Like Khabib. You ever see Khabib fight? Like that. That's the key, right? Immobilize them. Get them into pins to where it's excruciating hard just to get to your elbows, right? It's so hard just to get to here. And this is just, this isn't even safe yet, right? But you're here getting punched. It's so much work just to get to fucking here. and you're still getting hit in the head. And if he goes up and drives you back down, fuck, dude, right? You're gonna leave in a puddle. You're gonna leave a puddle on the mat in the round, if you survive. Okay? Yeah. Keep working. We'll do this a couple of times, okay? But when you go to finish that dump, guys, don't pull me off the cage. Drive me through, up and over. Okay, so I'm in. Boom, pressure, good. This is how you know it's good pressure. Good. And he drives me up and through. Head position comes down. Right here is where we want to end up, right? This position here. Because he's going to start hitting me. I'm going to be like, fuck, this sucks. I'm going to maybe get to here. What's he going to do? He's going to run me flat, keep my head pressure down. Boom, and he's going to keep fucking hammering me. And yeah, if he traps his wrist, even worse, right? And I'm going to work, I'm going to struggle, I'm going to beg for him to submit me. Right? Fuck, please choke me, fuck. Right?
Can you knee him in that situation in the tummy?
You can knee him in the stomach, yeah. Where I fight in Japan, you can knee him in the head. You can stomp on their head. Soccer pick up shit too. So, yeah. It's like basic combat, okay? High ground, right? If I'm on the ground, you're pinning me on the ground, bad. This is the absolute fucking worst place in a cage fight. Because now you're pinned against 2 floors. You're pressuring me through this corner, I'm dead. I'm fucked, right? I'm gonna bleed a lot. If I do get out of this, I'm not gonna be happy. I'm not gonna fucking be here, right? I'm gonna be fucking fucked up.
Johnny, can you comment a little bit on how your grappling game and your jiu-jitsu game changes when you're in that angle of the cage?
Oh, dude, 100%. Okay, so the goal is, guys, out of every in a cage fight, the most elite you can be tactically from like a trajectory, from a what's it called, like, you know, placement, like chest, whatever, is when I'm standing above him, meaning I have the high ground, I can come down, but I also have the angle pushing through. So as I want. So anytime, I see this all the fucking time, guys. Like guys will be like here, and they'll be on him, and they'll be like this, punching here. But I have no, like he's fine. I'm just pushing him down here, right? So he's able to move. Or even like guys will get go turtle position, like in the round. And guys will either be pushing him straight to the cage like this, or they'll be on top of him like this, right? And it's like, no dude, we need to smash him right to that corner, okay? Yeah, I do want top pressure so I can keep his head down, his butt up, pressure in here, but I also need to punch him, right? So if I'm just above him like this, and I can wrestle him good, but the moment I start to punch, he's up, right? If I'm here, and I'm wrestling him here, it's like, yeah, I can punch him, right? But as soon as I started coming out and wrestling, right? So now, I add the 2, and I float between. So boom, even if I get him on his back, whatever. Go your back, whatever, from the takedown. If I'm here, I want to be readjusting, so now I'm here, punching him to the corner, right? So say he bellies out, fine, readjust, right? It's fucking brutal, okay? So think about it, like I said, cage fighting, you have to identify what angle he's pushing you at, okay? And the same trajectory. And as the offensive guy, you have to be aware of the angle and the pressure that you're creating with the trajectory, okay? So, from this takedown, the best position I can get to, boom, boom, get head position, boom, drop, I'm here, I pressure, I reach, I step deep, I drive, I can dump him this way if I want to, but I'll start coming to here. See how his leg's pinned right here now? Yep. And what I really want to do is start coming down to here, and get him to want to turn like this. He's dead. He's not getting out of this, okay? I got him dead to rights here. He's turned back away. His best thing he's gonna do, if he could do it, is to belly out. But now the cage is here, so he can't, right? So I'm here, I'm stacking above him, I'm just fucking him up, okay? Fuck him up, dead. His only way out is to belly out. Now how fucking hard is it to belly out right now? Right? His only way out is this way, belly out. This way, that's his only way out. And even when he gets to this position, look how fucking horribly vulnerable it is, right? I can just keep hitting him, sinking my choke, right? From a tactical standpoint, we should always be working to fight guys to put them right there, okay? Because as a defensive standpoint, you really are fucked, right? It's like, you might get out, but you're gonna bleed, and you're gonna probably get a submission, right? And you're gonna be exhausted. And I'm just gonna be chilling. It's like, fuck it. right? Super easy stuff. And the submissions, like I said, when you're cooking a guy like that and grilling him, even if you're just bitch slapping, he's gonna be like, fuck, dude, please just submit me. Fuck this, like you're fucking dominating me, right? You ever gone with a good wrestler and they're just wrestling you and they break you? You're like, fuck, time out, dude. He's like, I'm not even choking you. But you fucking kick your ass. Why? Because they're mauling you and the pressure they're creating with you, and they're immobilizing you, right? They're pinning the hips. They're getting you contorted across the body. So now you're weak and vulnerable and you're splayed out and wide open, okay? So that's the goal, okay? Let's move on. Let's move on, okay.
Thank you.
We got another hour. So I'll just kind of go over this. So guys, again, combat, rules of the high ground, okay? If at all MMA, if at all possible, I never want to drop below the hips, okay? Not always possible, right? Sometimes we gotta drop below the hips, okay? But if I'm cage fighting and I'm a wrestler here, my cage wrestling should always be from here, number one, dominant. From here, still okay, more my Greco Sambo range. Here, well, we're gonna start running into problems. Because now he can start getting over top of me, choking me, chest wrapping me, right? And like, he can start wrestling from here, okay? So I'm on his legs, his back's free, okay? I got his hips, but that's fine. If he's got good hips and he knows how to wrestle, fine. I can be on his hips and still not get the takedown, right? Because he's good wrestling here. So, if I'm here, I'll usually only end up in this position. So come here. So, if the guy wedges down, so like boom, we're here, and like I'm here, and the guy, not whizzers, but he'll wedge to the inside of the thigh and get me to drop my position to here, right? Because a lot of guys do that because they'll go to square up, right? So instead of the whizzer, right, like a lot of guys will do this, if I whizzer here, you really don't want to whizzer here anyway, right? Because it's not really much. In fact, I give him my legs, right? Most guys will wedge down. So I'll start getting the pressure in, boom, and I'll wedge to here. And see how he naturally drops from here? So this is the only time I'll usually like to come in these positions, okay? And from here, so, you know the wedge, right? So boom, I come in, boom, he wedges and brings me down. Boom, so now I'm in this position here, okay? Now again, the thing that I need to worry about is relieving pressure, right? So even on this one, if I'm down low, like you know the height one here, if I'm here and I can reach, I can step in, I'm not gonna be able to do that down low as well, okay? Why? Because he's got more over my back, right? So even if I reach deep, he can start shoving my fucking head, right? He can start wrestling in there. So as I get this leg here and I'm down low, boom, I'm gonna look to either pop my head out, because most of the time guys here, they'll start squaring their hips, right? That one. So boom, they're gonna do this, right? Fine, I'm gonna pull out to my single leg and I'm gonna run the pipe. Just dump it, okay? That's usually one. So if I notice the guy, come here. As soon as the guy does this, I'll come here and the guy drops and wedges, single leg, pull it out. You gotta pull your head out. So as soon as he goes, right, I'm here, boom, I go to clinch, he wedges, drop me, boom, and he starts squaring his hips. See how his hips turn that way? Fine. Boom. Got it? Just pull it, completely disengage. So I go from here, boom, boom, just completely disengage. Do not try to wrestle or move him. Pull your head out of the hole, okay? I'm not going like this. I'm not here, and I'm trying to like that. I'm just literally pulling. I'm disengaging. I pull my head out, right? I keep the leg tight, but my head and my shoulder disengage. Pull it out of the hole, okay? Got it? You guys wanna work that?
Yep.
1, 2, go. So, key is, guys, you gotta identify my hips, my trajectory. So I'm here, he pressures, I bring him down to my legs, right here, I got him. If my hips are turned like this, I got him. If he's here, because a lot of guys, if they're good wrestlers, come here, Alex. So, the next one is, boom, I fought, I couldn't get here, I couldn't get the chest, I got to the hips, but now he's over top of me and he's whizzing me down like this. So now I can't even bring his pressure to here. So now I'm dropping, I'm going straight to the ankle here, and I'm bringing I want to wrap this knee here, and if I can, I'm going to grab this foot, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to switch my angles. Very basic, very easy, okay? So I'm here, he's got a really good whizzer, and he's dragging me all the way down, right? So instead of like going down like this, where he can fucking fuck me up, right? I'm just gonna go right to the corner. I'm gonna wrap his knee here, and boom, he's gonna whizzer me. I wrap here, and even if I get to this knee without this ankle, I can still kind of like finish it, but it's gonna be a scramble because as I start finishing the shot, he's gonna keep coming up. He's gonna come up. He's gonna come up, and I'm gonna be like right here, right? So, best case, grab the ankle. I'm here. He goes and whizzer me. I can't get to the hips anymore. Fine. Whizzer down. Get the ankle, get the knee, and I'm gonna start coming to the back and just pulling. If I don't get this ankle, go ahead and keep wrestling that way. If I don't get this ankle, I'm gonna end up here. Boom, he whizzers me down. Boom, and I get to the knee, but I start coming around the back. This is where we're gonna end up, which isn't bad, but it's better to be here. It's better to be here. Boom, he whizzers me down. Knee, ankle. Right there. Got it? Let's drill this one 5 minutes and we'll go to the defense, okay?
Happy birthday, Alex.
Thank you. It's my birthday. I'm 26. That's how many years you completed.
Good.
Not how many years.
That's crazy.
So as you're on my ankle, you're on my waist here, now I'm whizzering you down. See how I want your head to go down? So now what you're gonna do, to be very careful, you're gonna press, go down your knees and put your forehead drive to the ankle, drive to the corner. Good. And see how this wraps my knee? And then this pulls my ankle out, and you're gonna pull and just walk around. Like walk, yep. Right to there. Yeah, so come here, this is what it feels like. So I'm here. You whizzer me down the mat. Here. Good. So I'm gonna go here. Got it? That's what? Yeah, you're whizzering him and you're bringing him. So you want the whizzer pressure? Good on my leg. Nope. Here. I'm whizzering you here. Right? So now you're gonna drive me to here. I'm gonna wrap my knee. Grab my ankle. Now spin, spin and walk. Yeah, right to you. Very simple. Very subtle. Good job. Right there, homie. Whizzer him down, Alex.
Yeah, you got wisdom in me. Still kind of far over.
Yeah, right there. Here we go. So now your forehead, you're gonna square your hips, you're gonna drive to that corner. Drop your left. So see how you're like this?
Yeah.
I need to get up there. Right? So,
You're pulling my beard hair out.
oh, I'm sorry. But I want to, that's number one. If that doesn't work because he gets inside position, whatever, my next best position is chest, shoulder, chest position, going forward. If I can, I'm going to use this to get back to here. Because again, this is gold, right? This is where I want. I can fuck him up from here. I can take his wrestling. I can start clinching. That's where I want to be, okay? If I can't get here, say like he's got head position really good, and I'm like, oh, fuck it, everybody, okay? And I'm here, fine, not horrible, right? But say he's even better, and he fucking gets sideways and he puts me on his hips, boom, okay? Now this, once I'm on the waist, I cannot come up, generally. I don't want to, right? Because as soon as I start coming up, it's gonna give him all the pressure release he needs to start moving his hips, right? So if I'm low, I need to just work on my wrestling low, right? Now if he's a really good wrestler, and I can't finish my leg here, and he's driving my head down, boom, final fail safe, head to the corner, cut the ankle, right? Okay, so we know that, right? Order operation, okay? If I'm up, I'm gonna wedge him up. If I can't wedge him, I'm gonna go to the chest, work to the wedge again. If I'm below the chest and I get to the waist, don't try to come up on the chest again, because most likely you're gonna let him out, okay? Let him off the cage. So you can go finish here, worst case scenario, go down low and finish there, okay? Now, defensively, on the cage, how I'm gonna get off, okay? So come here, he goes position one, boom. If I can, best thing I'm gonna do, okay? Because guys, even guys who wedge this arm up and makes it really difficult for me to get under, I can come here, I can lower my level, okay? So I'm gonna wrap, if I can, I'm gonna get to the nose, the eye, the mouth.
The eye?
Yeah. I'll hook his nose right here. Right here.
Oh shit.
Just right. right? I just need to
As long
hit
as you're not digging in, you can just grab the little
street fight. Fish hook, push hook, yeah, fucking fish hook. It doesn't matter, right? I'm not trying to gouge his eye. Street fight, I'm fucking gouging his fucking eyes out. I don't care, right? If someone's got me pinned like this against a cage, you best fucking believe, dude. Boom, right? Like, it's life and death in this situation. But with a cage fight, okay, he's pressuring me up. Even if he's got good pressure, I can like snake my way down, okay? So I'm grabbing here. Chin, nose, whatever. This hand is gonna go under his chin, okay? Under his chin. Now, how I get off of this wall, especially if he's got my shoulder jacked up real crazy, is I'm gonna lower my level here. I'm gonna pull his head like this, and I'm gonna jam his head to the ceiling. So his head's not gonna turn like this. His head's gonna turn like this. Make sense?
Yep.
Not like this. His head turns like this. His head's gonna turn like this. Up and turn, right? This is fine. If I do this, he can still just take my back. Right? He can shove me back, right? Not a big deal, right? I add this, he's stuck, right? So as he goes here, boom, I'm gonna wrap, I'm gonna press, and I drop my level. As I drop my level, I pull and I press. I'm walking around. Okay? That sucks. Very basic and easy, okay? If he's got me jacked up, even if he's got this shoulder fucking jacked up and I'm fucked, great, okay? I'm here, under. This is important, guys. A lot of guys will do this and they'll just try to like drop and they'll just get fucking smashed here, right? I have to lift his head up, right? I'm here because his head is driving me up too, right? So I relieve the pressure, up and down. Turn. Very basic, very simple. You okay? So, you wanna try it? So, here it is, guys. One more time. Easiest way to get out. Jacked up, I'm up tall. I got him up tall here. He's gonna wrap my. I like the nose. I like this. I like this. There. Grab the nose. Grab the eye. Okay. This is for the chin. Okay. This. So drop your butt down. Push up. Pull. Exactly. Right? Spin his fucking head up and on. Make his head do this. Right? You get his head to do this, it's whatever at that point, okay? And you gotta be below him. So I can't be like this. It doesn't work, okay? I gotta be here. Nose, I like the nose or eye socket under the chin. And notice I'm here. I'm not here. Okay? Because if I start doing this and I drop, he's gonna go to the body lock. He's gonna just scoop my he's gonna scoop my arm up. Underhook my arm. Yeah, I'm fucking even worse off. Right? So I keep this sealed in tight. Here, keep my body against the cage. I'm reaching over, grab his nose. Reaching under, grab the chin. I lower my level, and I just turn. Very simple.
Is that like he competes like, you know what I mean, like Muay Thai or MMA?
Yeah.
Is that legal in MMA to do
Fuck
that?
yeah,
It is?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I learned that the smother was legal in some sections, so I was like,
Yeah, you can smother. Yeah.
Smaller truck.
yeah, I was
You
like,
can foot stomp him.
yeah.
The best, yeah, foot stomp from here. Like the best from here is this is like a good pin to just wait. I like doing this position and fucking stomp on their toes. Either way, bam, like fuck, because then guys will be like fuck, and then it's so easy to take them down, right? You don't have to do shit. And you fucking